I want to not tuck my hair behind my ear. I really do. It's just so hard. I feel like my whole head looks wrong. Hey my loves, I feel like it's been a little while since I did a little bit of a sit down vlog, just chatting with the camera. I was doing these quite frequently in the month of like October/November, and I have been focusing on just putting out like a lot of story times and beauty videos and that kind of stuff lately. Just to make sure that you guys have a lot of really fun content to watch this holiday season. But I have some things I want to talk about, and so I decided I didn't know what I wanted to film tonight, and I want to upload pretty much every day now through Christmas if I can. Oh my god, I have so much to talk to you guys about. And I just decided this was what I wanted to start off with. So first things first, I want to try to start mentioning my clothes in the beginning of every video. It seems like no matter how many times I tag things or I put them into the description box or whatever, people always have questions. I'm going to try to make it a priority to mention it. My choker is Forever 21, my shirt is Pacsun, and that is pretty much all that I'm wearing except like my face and my hair. I did a thing tonight where I stacked lashes. I used the Kiss number 11 and then put the House of Lashes Bambi lashes on top, and I actually really like it a lot. It's like the perfect amount of not too much, but also like doing the most. I don't know. I think it's like just right, and they're really comfortable actually stacked together. It feels kind of weird to be doing this. I know that seems so strange because it's like I sit down and I talk all the time, and I make beauty videos and I make story times and I do story readings and I do Q&As and I talk directly to you guys asking me questions, but I don't know. It's been a while since I just like opened up. So forgive me if I'm a little bit rusty and whatnot. It kind of seems like everyone I know is sort of having a rough time, and I don't know if it really is just that the holidays are kind of hard. I always guess that in my eyes I saw the holidays as being such like a spectacular thing, but I feel like everywhere I turn somebody's having a meltdown, somebody is breaking up with somebody. I don't know, it seems like all of my peers on YouTube are having like a really hard month, and you know, some of that could of course be for views, for AdSense. It is the highest paying month in terms of AdSense, which is still not saying very much, but yeah, like I guess it just seems like everyone's having a really hard month, and for me, I actually kind of feel like so far December has been the easiest, and I think that it's just going to kind of be like that over the next year or so. That the months are gonna get easier and easier, at least I hope so. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what it is, just like everyone I know is going through something right now, and there's a hair. I hate when that happens, and lately I've been getting crazy baby hairs because I've been heat styling my hair way too much, so it's like breaking and just sticking in my face. And I think that I had something like this happen to me really recently. I was having a really hard summer. Nothing compared to like, you know, the last couple of months, but I was having a rough summer, and it seemed like everyone around me's lives were also falling apart. And then it was just like, holy crap, the whole world is ending. Everyone is going to die. And now it's just sort of like, I'm in this place where I'm looking around me and everyone's having a really hard time, and certainly I've been struggling, but I guess I just count my blessings. Ever since my dad died, I've just counted my blessings a lot more, and that can sound cheesy. I think I've been, this sounds horrible, so hear me out. I think I've been such a happier person. Well, not immediately, obviously, but like ever since my dad died, nothing is as hard as it was before that. My anxiety truly is not nearly as bad as it was before that. And I think that that could still be, you know, slight shock. In October/November, I didn't really know how to react to what was happening to me. And I am 23, my brother is 19, and my dad and my mom were divorced, and so I had to handle all of the legal stuff, if you have not already heard me talk about that. And so I feel like I was really being strong and powering through the legal things, and I thought I had it all together. I really thought I did. And then one night, I had to talk to my dad's landlord up in Alaska, and it wasn't necessarily her. I hadn't really been answering my phone, if we're being totally honest. I had been doing what I needed to do and trying to figure out what I needed to do to get my dad's stuff. People keep offering to box up my dad's stuff up in Alaska, and I'm like, no, don't touch it. I don't want anyone to touch it. And that's okay. Like, this is my way of processing. It's my way of dealing. I'm allowed to like go to Alaska and go back, box up my dad's apartment if I want to. And I have learned that that's okay, and I'm going to stop apologizing for it, and I'm going to stop letting people say, well, this would be easier, and this would be easier. This is my way to grieve. And it was kind of said to the landlord, I will continue to pay my dad's rent at his apartment until we figure out a plan. Because filing for all of his stuff, I won't get into it, was really hard for a multitude of reasons. I still want to do a video on kind of like helping people get through that. But anyways, they called me one night. I guess that I had to reauthorize my card, and the rent was like 7 days late, and they were offering, I guess that they had called my mom and they were telling her, we're going to throw all of his stuff out on the street, or we're going to put it all into storage. And it literally, I had a mental breakdown. And that was the first night that I was kind of like, okay, I have not really processed this. I've just been pushing it all aside and getting through the hard stuff. And just not dealing in the way that I should be dealing. And so I've been allowing myself a lot more like downtime and sad days, and I've been allowing myself blackout days from everything, YouTube, social media, everything. And I really don't think I'd ever done that before. I mean, I did right after he passed, but we finally got the petition filed. It was such a hassle to become head of estate, and now all of this can finally get started. I can figure out the house situation. We're on track for my brother like getting his benefits and stuff, and so that's been really good. And I know that's like a lot of mumbo jumbo, but it's been a lot of stuff that has been heavily on my mind, and I'm so glad that we are finally, it feels like we're really just getting started, but I feel like I can finally like breathe, because now, you know, it's like it feels sort of official in a way. Like, I guess once it's filed, his social security number is no longer active, you know, like all of these things kind of happen right after that. And I don't know if his social is active now. I've been told different things, by the way. Please don't listen to what I'm saying, or actually do listen to what I'm saying. If I'm wrong, please correct me. I'm probably an idiot. I don't understand any of this, but sorry, I'm still kind of sick. I've been sick for a while. Yeah, it just feels kind of official, and like we're finally like moving forward, and like we're finally, you know, I am not the kind of person who can remain stagnant. When I feel like things stop moving, I get really frustrated. I give up. I run away. Like, that has been me my whole life, and that is my motto in life, is keep moving forward, keep moving forward. I believe that when you stop moving forward and when you stop accelerating, it's literally like a death wish. And so it was really frustrating not to have any control over that, and not be able to do anything. So that was a lot of stress. It put a lot of strain on some projects I've been working on a lot lately. And if you watch my last Q&A, you know I've been writing a book. The book has been such a thing, and it honestly was scheduled to be done a long time ago, and my dad passing, of course, put things behind, but we're really starting to make some progress. I do have a co-writer on it. She's a lovely, lovely, lovely person, and it's been really nice to have someone to do this huge, like, earth-shattering, the only thing, when I went into YouTube, like, my absolute dream was, if I have a book by the end of this, I probably will be the most accomplished person on planet Earth. And that's because I have been writing for so long. Books are such a huge part of my life. I was always that kid who devoured them so quickly. I would get a book at the bookstore and devour it, like completely read it front to back in the 45 minutes on the ride home. My parents and I would go to the bookstore and stuff. I had so many growing up, and they were a huge part of my life. I honestly didn't have a lot of friends for a lot of years, and books were kind of my friends. And I've always loved reading. I've always loved writing as long as I can remember. And so the book has been a really good thing to kind of like throw myself into. But once again, with that, even though it's been such a passion project, and I think honestly, like, it got me out of bed a lot of days, just knowing like I had this thing where, okay, I don't have to put on makeup. I don't have to be in front of a camera. I don't have to go on the internet and excuse myself for not being my like most peppy today, but I can throw myself into this thing that I am working on because of YouTube, for you know, for you guys, for this family, because I'm so passionate about it. but I also, you know what I mean? It was kind of the best of both worlds, and it's been amazing, and I'm really excited for it to come out. I am working on a second book as well, not related to the first. This one is 100% on my own, and I do not have like an ETA on either of them, but I feel like once I started writing, I just couldn't stop. And so I would do, you know, like I would write, I would wait on feedback from my co-writer, and I would just be like, I have to write more. And so I started writing something else, and so it's actually been really fun for me. It's been a really nice escape, like I said, and something I'm really proud of, and I can't wait to release. But that being said, I want to talk about my dad a little bit more, and just some things that I think have kind of changed. And then I want to talk about like military, army related stuff, which I never talk about, my marriage or Tyler or anything, but I will talk about it because I want to, and I want to keep you guys informed. And it's a pretty big life change that's coming up. So, my dad, I don't wake up every day confused anymore. I feel like that kind of stopped around like the 2-month mark, and I cannot believe it's almost been 3 months, but also I can't believe it hasn't been like 10 years. Like, it feels like the time has flown by so fast and dragged on so slowly simultaneously, and I've never ever experienced anything like it in my entire life. I was having a lot of dreams, and I still have dreams, but they're not as much like when I wake up, I'm not upset anymore. I feel like mornings have kind of been the worst for me, and I've been having so much trouble sleeping, but lately I've actually been out like a light every single night, really nice and early, waking up early. I feel like I'm finally back on a schedule. I feel like I'm back in a good place. Walking has really helped with that. Having like a regular kind of like workout, I really just walk and lift weights sometimes, schedule. Having physical activity that I do to like kind of, it's almost like my way of unwinding for the evening. It's like, okay, I'm done with work, I'm done with everything. I walk usually before or after dinner, and then I take a shower, and then I go to bed. Or, you know, I make dinner, depending on, you know, the cycle of that. And it's been really great. And so I feel like that has really helped in a regard, fresh air and like moving your body. It is not like highly regarded enough. I feel like walks are such a peaceful thing, and they're so underrated. Like, anytime that I'm stressed out in life, I go for a walk, and I've always been like that, but I kind of forgot about it. And honestly, Texas, I don't love Texas. I live in like, well, an army town basically, but I also live in like a neighborhood, and back when I was younger, we always lived on a farm. We always lived in the middle of nowhere. I could walk into the forest and go on adventures, and I feel like I don't necessarily have that anymore, but I still enjoy it nonetheless. Something else that was extremely prevalent right when my dad died, and I didn't want to say it because I felt like I couldn't really put it into words, was that, this is going to sound really weird, and I may kind of tear up while talking about this, just a warning, but maybe someone who's been through something similar with their grandfather, their father, like their mother, their grandmother, like, every time that I see an older white man, I feel like I'm looking for my dad, and I don't know how to explain that. I know that sounds really crazy, and I guess it kind of is, but every time that I look at like a man who might slightly resemble my dad, you know, tall, old, white, whatever it might be, it's like I look at their face, and there's like almost this, there's like this thing in my head that almost clicks but doesn't. It's like I stare at them for a minute, and it's, I realize what I'm doing, but I don't know why I was doing it, and I feel like I'm not doing it as much anymore, but it still happens sometimes. But it was hard. It was like I was literally looking for my dad in the face of every older man that I would see, and that was, I don't know why it was so hard. I don't know why it's so upsetting. I guess because I know that I'll never like actually see him in person again. Sorry. I have yet to film one of these. Every single time that I want to film like a life update, I'm like, I'm not gonna cry this time, and then I always like wind up tearing up a little bit. Sorry. You know, I think about my dad every single day, but having my brother here makes my life so much easier. It's like I can finally like breathe. Like, he's here. Everything that needs to happen with our dad can happen under one roof, and having Christian here has been probably the biggest comfort in my entire life. And I'm really grateful that he moved out here. And honestly, it's been really good. He's been working with me on YouTube stuff. I think he wants to open like his own photography business. I'm going to get him a camera and stuff. And he is using like one of mine. I have two T6Is, what I'm filming on right now, but I think I'm going to get him something really nice and, you know, like for Christmas. And, you know, he can use it for like my stuff, or he can, you know, go start a photography business. I just think it's been really cool to work with him in that regard. I got to take him to LA, which I know he loved. But it's been really nice, and I'm gonna go see all of my extended family in Michigan for Christmas, hopefully. Oh my god, I need to buy those flights really soon because they're getting expensive. I'm gonna take my mom and my brother. It's just like, you know, obviously I know what's important and I know who I want to spend my time with, and I also know that I've been petty and like holding a lot of grudges that really don't matter for years, and I just want to like make sure that the people in my life know that I love them, and that I'm spending all of my time with them, you know? Like my priorities are just not the same as they were. So that's kind of where that's at. And that's the all over the place update about my dad. And what else did I add? The book, and I don't even know what else I talked about. So now I want to give a bit of an army. Tyler, oh, it's uncomfortable, but also some stuff I do want to talk about. This is not an area of my life I speak about very frequently, clearly, but I would like to chat about it because there are some pretty big changes coming up. When we first got married, I actually really enjoyed all aspects of being an army wife. And then as my career grew and changed, I stopped being involved a lot of the time. There are 1,000,010 reasons why. Not like uninvolved in his career. I was always there at every promotion ceremony. I was always there for all of like his fight tournaments and stuff like that. Anything that he was doing that was like him, I always want to be at. But I didn't enjoy the community that much. And there are a lot of reasons for that. My house is always filled to the brim with army guys. Currently there are like 3 downstairs playing video games on my couch. I had to buy like a 6-person couch because that's how bad the problem is. It's not a problem. I love it. And I've always kind of been like that. I've always been like a very like motherly, like come over to my house, I will feed you food. My friend RJ once called me an Italian grandmother, and that's literally what I am. I want to cook for you. I want to love you. I want to like make your life 1,000,000 times better. I want to hug you, like talk to me about your day, tell me your problems. I'm here for you. And so it's been really nice in that regard. And so I've had like 1,010,000 guy friends, but no real girlfriends here. And you know, like girlfriends are great. Girls are awesome. And it's been sort of lonely in that regard because I feel like I had no friends that were not his friends that were here, you know? And I never really was like hanging out with people on my own. And now having my brother here, it's like we can go on excursions together, and my mood has changed so much. But over the last year, pretty much ever since we moved to Texas, Tyler had really been debating on re-enlisting. And in, I think, October, his re-enlistment is October 2017. In October of 2016, right after my dad passed, he decided he did not want to re-enlist. And he has been in for 8 years. It's a really big decision. It was a really lengthy decision. It was something we talked about for weeks and hours on end and so late into the night, and we weighed all of the pros and cons, and it was like, so what do we do about this and this and this? Where do we go? And he has finally decided, and he already, you know, talked to people and everything, so it feels so official, and it's crazy. I do not know when he is getting out. There are a lot of factors going into it. We could be in October. It could be a lot earlier depending on some things. And it makes me really nervous to talk about it because it's like a really huge life change. It's like what I do is really unpredictable, obviously. Like, unpredictable. Like, I'm always going to sit around and talk to a camera and stuff, but it's like sometimes my work takes me here, sometimes it takes me there, sometimes I'm in London, sometimes I'm in New York, sometimes I'm in Mexico. Like, sometimes I stay up for 3 days straight writing a book. It really has no schedule, and Tyler's schedule has sort of kept me grounded, even though I feel like we were sort of heading in completely separate career directions. Obviously, he's always working here. I'm always somewhere random. Or I'm here all day, and then it's like he gets home from working crazy hours, insane hours. You know, I'll be like a puppy whose human has just come home, and I'm like, okay, let's go. I want to go for a walk. I want to go to this restaurant. Like I want to do things when he gets home, and he's so tired, and he really wants to travel with me. I feel horrible that I feel like I've seen the world and I've had all of these adventures, and he hasn't been involved in any of them, you know? And so it was a really big family decision, but he did decide it. And so that's a really big thing that's coming up, and I don't really know, it's been the structure of our lives, you know, like the foundation. We've gone where the Army told us to go, and the fact that we're not going to anymore. And there's so many possibilities that it's really scary. But you know, I don't really want to talk about his job. I don't want to talk about what he does in the Army because it's so his stuff. And I know it's very personal and very like sacred to him. And his career is amazing. His career that he's going to have outside of the Army is amazing. I'm literally so proud of him and what he's accomplished. So yeah, that is a big change that is coming up. So another move, probably in the summer, but we'll see. And a cross-country move. We don't know where yet. And I don't know if I want to announce where. It's not Georgia, although no, I do have a house in Georgia. I'm not sure where we want to go, but I know we're looking at places in the South. I do not think we're going to be LA people. I do not think Tyler is an LA person. When we move, Christian is coming with us wherever we go. We've already decided that. We've already talked about that. So no real changes there. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to update you guys on, and I don't think so. I've been talking for like almost 30 minutes straight. Oh God, I'm trying to think. I don't think that there's anything else. I really don't. I mean, YouTube glitches and stuff, I haven't wanted to talk about any of that because I feel like it stresses everyone out, and you already know that like YouTube has an unsubscribe glitch. YouTube claims they don't, but they do. You know, views are way down, engagement is way down. The other day, actually, I was on my latest video. It was a story time. Let me actually see what the view count on it right now is. So it was my family has been stalked for 4 years. Not my story. It's someone else's story that I read. It said that it had like 30,000 views in the first 12 hours, which is extremely, extremely low for me. It was something really low like that. And I was almost like, wow, I've never gotten views that low on a storytime video. And I was almost like, okay, so maybe they're just like over stalker related stories and stuff like that. And then it bounced up suddenly to 100,000 views in the first 24 hours. Like all of the view count changed. So it was really weird and stressful, but I don't want to stress you guys out with that. You're the viewers. You don't need to know what's going on behind the scenes. Like, thank you for supporting me. That's all I care about. It means so much. Those of you who say that, you know, you're not getting or not getting notifications for my videos and stuff, I'm just honored you would even turn those on. That means so much to me. I'm like a human potato, and the fact that there are so many people that support me and love me. And you guys, I want to just burst into tears every time that I talk about my subscribers and every time that I talk about this family. Anyone in my life can tell you, like, I get so crazy when I talk about how much love I'm given. I just don't see anyone else. And maybe it's just that, like, I'm so obviously tied into you guys. I'm so invested in you. I see the things you say and it means everything to me that maybe I don't see it for other YouTubers. But I just have never seen another person get so much unconditional support on everything that I do. I feel so lucky that the hate is so few and far between. On my last video, I was so shocked by the amount of hate that I got, and I took to Twitter and I was like, why are the comments so angry? And I actually counted it, and there were 4 hate comments. 4 hate comments, and out of like hundreds and thousands even on that video, after 100,000 views on the video, 4 hate comments. And I'm sitting here like, why are the comments nasty? And it just goes to show you that, like, I feel like I don't even really have a thick skin anymore because I get nothing but love. I get nothing but kindness. I will never know what I did to deserve it. I will literally never, ever, ever know what I did that was so good to deserve a family this kind and this supportive, and people that want to see what I'm doing and want me to do well and want me to succeed. Like, I don't know. I hope that that's karma from a past life, because I can't chalk it up in this particular life. I know that I'm so lucky, and trust me when I tell you, I don't take it for granted. I take none of it for granted. I love you guys. From the bottom of my heart, every time that I say it, I mean it. You have given me a purpose in life. You make me smile on a daily basis. Every single day that I get out of bed, it is because of something for YouTube. I was someone who was so sad and so worried about the future and so like convinced that I was never going to do anything worthwhile in life. And you guys have shown me that I'm worth so much more than that. And you've given me this family I never thought I would have. So I want to thank you for that. And before this gets too much longer, I'm actually going to go ahead and go. I need to film some more videos tonight. But I love you guys so, so, so much. Every single time that I say it, I do mean it. I will see you in the next video. Until then, I love you so much and have a good day.